अपडेट हो रहा है।
ठीक है। हो गया। ठीक है।
चलो ग्रेट।
हो गया।
ओके, सो वी आर लाइव ऑन यूट्यूब नाउ। ओके।
ठीक
ठीक
है।
है। चलो ग्रेट। ओके, जस्ट वो सब सेटिंग्स अपडेट कर लेना।
डन डन।
चैट वाला और वो सब म्यूट अनम्यूट वाला, है ना?
डन।
परफेक्ट।
या मीटिंग हो गई।
एक ईमेल भेज दिया था ना रुद्र? रिमाइंडर ईमेल या कुछ भेज दिया था?
अभी
हाँ हाँ, मतलब वो जूम से भेज दे एक बार का फटाफट, हाँ?
एक्चुअली एक तो मैंने भेज दिया मॉर्निंग 8।
अच्छा, तो
मैं
फिर ठीक
भेज
है। कल
फोर
ये
फोर्टी
कल तो एक आई थिंक चला गया होगा ऑटोमेटिकली। और एक आज भी भेज दिया ना अपन ने,
कल
मॉर्निंग।
भी कल भी मैंने भेज दिया था 4 बजे।
अच्छा, और आज भी भेज दिया अपन ने। चलो परफेक्ट, सो 400 तक टच हुआ।
441।
ओके, सो वील डेफिनेटली नीड अ लाइव इसमें। रुद्र एक बार देख कि वो वेटिंग रूम वाले लोगों को कैसे अपन एक वेटिंग रूम नहीं, जो एक लाइव में हाउ कैन वी रीडायरेक्ट पीपल टू। अच्छा, इसमें आ गया ऑप्शन, when the meeting reaches capacity, remind new participants to watch live stream. So perfect. I think this is great. Then I think we'll be all set. So very good. तो अंकुर वोरा, पम्मी आ
फॉर्म
गई, पम्मी। स्पीकर्स जैसे जैसे आते जाएंगे, we'll just have to make sure that we admit them and make them co-hosts.
Hi Devesh,
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I all good. Uncle will be taking the session and he's gonna join in another five
Yes,
minutes.
yes, yes, absolutely. I've just made you the co-host, and as soon as Ankur joins, I'll make him the co-host as well.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, morning, Ankur. Morning.
हाय गुड मॉर्निंग। अभी वो
How are you?
अनम्यूट नहीं हो रहा था, सॉरी। हाँ,
Yeah,
बिल्कुल
yeah,
बढ़िया है। आप बताइए कैसे हैं
all well,
देवेश
all
जी?
well.
हाय
Very
गुड
well.
मॉर्निंग, क्या हाल है?
Good morning.
We are
So,
live on YouTube already, just so that,
wow, so
yeah.
excited for this.
Yes.
So, this is our first webinar with you. So, we are all
Yes,
excited
yes.
to speak to you and your students.
Same here. So, okay. Rudra from my team is also here.
Hi, good morning everyone.
नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग रुद्र जी, क्या हाल है आपके?
Yes, all good. आप बताइए.
बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया है। रुद्र क्या करते हैं आपके साथ, देवेश जी?
रुद्र टेक्स केयर ऑफ एवरीथिंग, जो भी आप सब प्रोजेक्ट्स देख रहे हो उसका पूरा बैक एंड सपोर्ट, कम्युनिकेशंस, स्टूडेंट कोऑर्डिनेशंस. सो रुद्र एंड वन मोर टीम मेंबर मेघा इज देयर, बट रुद्र इज अ कंप्लीट बैक एंड coordinator and everything for the program. All
बढ़िया।
communications goes through him.
बेस्ड आउट ऑफ मुंबई?
No, he is based out of MP.
अच्छा, मध्य प्रदेश।
Yes. हमारे
चलिए।
दोनों टीम मेंबर्स एमपी से ही हैं. मेघा इज आल्सो फ्रॉम एमपी एंड रुद्र आल्सो फ्रॉम एमपी.
वेरी नाइस, वेरी नाइस। थैंक यू। मैंने कल एक मीम देखा था, पता नहीं अभी टाइम है तो बता देता हूँ। उसमें लिखा
Yeah.
था कि एमपी इज द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल स्टेट इन द कंट्री। बीच में बैठे हैं, कहीं से कोई बॉर्डर लगता नहीं है, अपना मस्ती करते
Yes.
हैं, बाबा के दर्शन करते हैं उज्जैन में। और अपना वो क्या
Yes.
खाते हैं, खाऊ पियू गली इंदौर में जाके, वो फाफड़ा
पोहा
क्या खाते
पोहा
हैं वहाँ,
खाते हैं,
पोहा।
पोहा
हाँ,
जलेबी.
पोहा खाते हैं, जलेबी खाते हैं, मौज करते हैं। मेरे को बड़ा अच्छा लगा।
Yes,
मेरे को
yes.
भी यही फील आया था। मैं भोपाल और इंदौर गया हुआ हूँ
हाँ
और
हाँ.
2-3 बार आउटरीच के लिए, तो मेरे को भी वहां जाके ऐसी फील आती है। इट्स ऑल टुगेदर डिफरेंट
Yes.
एक्सपीरियंस बीइंग इन एमपी। बढ़िया।
Cool.
और मैं वहां भी गया था, ओरछा। ओरछा
हाँ
बहुत
हाँ.
सुंदर जगह है, झांसी। वहाँ जो झांसी की रानी का जो महल है, वहां पे भी गए थे।
Yes.
बहुत सुंदर है, बहुत सुंदर है। और दिल्ली वालों को तो जाना चाहिए। अगर कोई बच्चा सुन रहा है तो रोड ट्रिप पे चले जाओ। दिल्ली से
हाँ
जाओ
हाँ.
आगरा, आगरा से जाओ ग्वालियर। बढ़िया है। ग्वालियर भी गया हूँ मैं, एमपी में, याद आ गया मुझे।
Okay.
एंड आई
Great.
लाइक इट सो मच दैट आई वेंट देयर 2 टाइम्स।
ग्वालियर और where?
ग्वालियर।
हाँ
ग्वालियर में ये निमराना की प्रॉपर्टी है, वन ऑफ द
हाँ.
बेस्ट प्रॉपर्टीज। वहां
Okay.
जाके रहो, ऐसा लगता है कि भैया, मतलब इट्स एन, चेक करना है यार, तुम लोग जो ट्रैवल में भी
हाँ.
रखते हो। निमराना की प्रॉपर्टी है वो। इट
Okay.
वाज एन ओल्ड पैलेस ऑफ सम किंग, तो उन्होंने कन्वर्ट किया। तो वहाँ इतने सुंदर मंदिर है अंदर, प्रॉपर्टी
हाँ
के
हाँ.
अंदर ही। वो
Okay.
ऐसा फील आता है कि पता नहीं कौन से। तो वी दे वेंट देयर ट्वाइस। हमें बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, मेरे और मेरी वाइफ को, कि ओल्ड सिटीज एंड ओल्ड टाइम्स में जाना।
Absolutely.
ओरछा जाओ तो ओरछा में तो जाके ऐसा लगता है कि आप कहाँ पहुंच गए। राजा रामचंद्र की, दैट इज द ओनली सिटी इन द कंट्री वेयर राजा राम, लॉर्ड राम इज इन हिज अवतार ऑफ द किंग रामा। तो उनका टेम्पल है, रोज सुबह वहां पे
Okay.
उनकी आरती होती है एज अ किंग। बहुत बढ़िया जगह है, बहुत सुंदर।
Super, super. Great.
सॉरी, हाँ, आई डाइग्रेस्ड। मेरे को जब एमपी
नहीं,
वाला
नहीं.
कोई मिला तो मुझे लगा कि अरे यार, ये तो बढ़िया है। चलिए।
Absolutely. It's 9:59. Maybe in 1 minute, Rudra, we'll admit everyone and then we'll start right away. दूसरे speakers का just ध्यान रखना, because we'll have to admit them and मेरे को chat में just keep posting if I have to make someone a co-host.
तो
Yeah?
देवेश, कितना टाइम है मेरे पास? 10 मिनट?
You have 12 to 50 to 14 minutes. जैसे मैं 3 to 4 minutes I'll just take to welcome
इंट्रोड्यूस।
everyone. So 10:04, 10:05 I'll pass it on to you. And then 10:05 to 10:20 तक, it's your time. Yeah?
और उसमें स्क्रीन शेयर मैं कर पाऊंगा ना? आई हैव
Yes,
माई,
yes, yes. You'll
एंड
be
आई
able
हैव
to. You have
आई
a
हैव अ
co-host.
वीडियो ऑल्सो दैट टू प्ले। वो सब होगा ना?
सब हो
एक्सेस वगैरह है
जाएगा.
मेरा, ठीक है।
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, Rudra, I think it's time. Let's admit everyone. Yeah. We'll start the recording as well. Okay. All right. Hello, and a very good morning to all the students for joining us today. Welcome to the Next Genius Profile Building Fair. It's great to see some of you. And please feel free to switch on your cameras. We would love to see your smiling faces this morning. My name is Devish Lati, and I represent the Next Genius Foundation. And we run the profile building fair so that we can help you gain access to some very interesting, and life-changing opportunities for working on your profiles, but also learning some interesting skills. In today's session, which is going to be roughly 1 hour long, you're going to hear four speakers talk about four very, very interesting opportunities which you can participate in during your high school. Yeah. So try to learn from them, try to understand which of these activities, which of these programs you want to do, which of these programs align with your goals. Yeah. And at the end of it, of course, I'll take some more time and I'll share more about what Next Genius does. So the four sessions today, the first one is going to be presented by Mr. Ankur Vora, and he is going to share with us about entrepreneurship boot camps at Masters Union. Masters Union is a fantastic institution for all of you you're all budding entrepreneurs. So Ankur is going to share about how you can start your entrepreneurship journey right now at high school. Following that, you will hear speakers who will talk about research programs, will talk about communication and confidence building, and you'll talk about how to build your own finance app. So without any further ado, let me invite Ankur. Ankur, it's a pleasure to have you here. You're such an inspiration, and you've been supporting and guiding and mentoring students for so many years. And I'm sure all these students will really enjoy hearing you today.
No, thank you so much, Devesh. It's an honor, and I'm myself excited to partner with you and Team Next Genius. I think the work that you are doing is inspiring, and for us at Masters Union, this is the first time that we are interacting with the scholars that you have and the students that you have, and we are looking forward to our partnership in the coming months as well. But today's context, talking about Masters Union and our summer opportunities, profile building opportunities. I'm happy to talk about it. I'll take about 10 minutes. But before I jump into my slides, I just want to briefly introduce myself to the students that are here. My name is Ankur, as Devesh kindly introduced me. I am a faculty member. I teach courses in marketing and higher education in OP Jindal Global University and Masters Union. My career has been in admissions and outreach and higher education for last 15 years. I have headed international and Indian outreach for Ashoka University. I used to run their international scholars program for 3 years from 2015 to 2018. 2018 to 2021, I was the director for admissions and outreach at OP Jindal Global University. And in total, I spent 15 years working with most of the time I work with super talented kids. And I'm so happy that, I have another opportunity today to speak with all of you through Devesh and Next Genius. I'm joined by my colleague Pammi. Pammi works with me in admissions and outreach at Masters Union, and she is going to be there on the screen. You can see her now if that's possible. But to find out, Pammi is also going to be active in the chat. So she will also share some links about us. You can go through those links, reach out to us, and our contact details will be shared there. Uh, so now coming to Masters Union, how many of you have ever heard of Masters Union? Let's see, we can use emoticons. If somebody has seen or heard about Masters Union, you can just do a thumbs up. I'm sorry, we cannot let you speak, but a thumbs up will do because our time is limited. But I just want to see how many of you know anything about Masters Union. नाम भी सुना है आप लोगों ने Masters Union? तो दो thumbs up दिखे हैं, दिव्या और अंतिक. बाकी मुझे कुछ नहीं दिख रहा है. I hope these are the only two students or three. Rashi, Anaga, Tanishq, Arav, Palak. So I think very few. I think one more was here, Krishang. So I found Krishang, I found Anisha. Super. So there are very few students that know something about us. So we'll start from what is Masters Union. और मैं आपको बोर नहीं करूंगा अपनी कहानी सुना के और क्योंकि I have one of the best ever university videos to introduce a university to play. I'll play that video. It's a 3-minute video. Let's watch that video and then we'll come back and talk about our summer opportunities and what is Masters Union and why we exist. Okay. So just give me 5 seconds. I'll share my screen and go ahead. Okay. Just let me know if the audio is clear once I play.
No, I don't hear any audio.
एक मिनट रुको. I will try again. I will do that. Okay.
Question: will cramming theory and listening to lecture after lecture really prepare you for the true business world? Here's a hint. So, what will? Think about it. If medical students are trained by real doctors in real hospitals with real patients,
Then why should learning business be any different?
this is Masters Union, a next generation business school where learning happens both inside and outside the classroom.
where classes are taught by CXOs, unicorn founders, award-winning professors, and even members of the parliament.
So, how is Masters Union different from every other school or university? It's simple. We learn business
By doing business. Let me unpack that for you.
In term 1, we apply what we learn in class by building our own e-commerce stores through the drop shipping challenge.
And instead of memorizing facts, they are graded on how much money we really make.
Over here, we know that old textbooks don't teach modern marketing. So we learn it by running our own social channels that run up to hundreds or even thousands of followers.
We also learn the art of pitching by crafting and presenting our own TEDx talks.
He's talking about how we learn finance by running our own 5 crore fund where we invest in startups, equities and even in real estate.
from dosa chips to motorcycle service solutions, pharmaceutical supply chains to Golgappa franchisees. Some businesses work, some don't. But learning by doing,
That always works.
our professors are industry leaders and our future recruiters.
So we know exactly what they are hiring for.
We learn fundraising from India's top VCs, navigating complexity from a NASA professor, and leading teams from an Indian Army veteran. Concepts like design thinking aren't taught through presentations, but through the process of designing an actual AK-47. This innovative teaching method has enabled our seniors to crack top jobs like these in companies like Microsoft, Bain, BCG, and several other real estates.
Some of us here don't just take jobs, we make them as well.
Some of our friends have also gone on to create successful startups, raising millions of dollars in funding, and with classmates that you can network, partner, and collaborate with, and professors who are more than just your teachers. You never know when your next billion-dollar idea strikes. And where does a B school like this belong? In the middle of an award-winning business park, of course. Right next to the recruiters themselves.
So stop waiting to begin.
And start learning.
By doing.
Right here at Masters Union. I'll see you on the other side.
Upar, thank you so much for your attention. I think जो मैंने vouch किया था कि this is one of the best university videos that you will ever see. I think agree करते हैं नहीं करते हैं आप लोग? अगर agree करते हैं तो thumbs up दे देना, पता लग जाएगा मुझको कि आप लोगों को अच्छा लगा या बुरा लगा. So I see quite a few thumbs up. Thank you so much, Prateek, Ishan, Chirag, Rashi, Antik. I mean, I'm so happy that you are relating or resonating with our philosophy, which is learn by doing. So इस वीडियो में अगर 2-3 चीजें आपको ध्यान रखनी है और आप सब स्कॉलर लोग हैं, you should remember the first message we were giving was learn by doing. At Masters Union, we believe that the old method of just rote learning is no longer relevant. It is boring. It is plain stupid to just be focused on books. You also need to apply the knowledge that you're learning in books to the real world. You hear reports after reports, and I'm taking a few seconds here to talk about the unemployability scene in our country, where we keep on hearing this: that 70% of our graduates are unemployable, 80% of our engineers are unemployable, MBA graduates are applying for PN jobs, PhD scholars are applying for PN jobs in our country. There's a sorry state of affairs, and the problem lies not only with the students but our education system. So the Masters Union idea was born out of this deep abyss that we find our higher education is, where whatever we are teaching in the classroom is no longer relevant, which leads to students being unemployable or not prepared for the real world. So Masters Union is second thing that you should know from that video. We are located in a corporate park in Gurgaon. Our university or institution, I should say, the institution is located in a corporate park. It is not outside of city. We are 30 minutes from Delhi International Airport. And there is a reason why we are in, and it is the costliest real estate piece of land in the world. India में नहीं, मैं पूरे दुनिया में बोलता हूँ, per square feet cost उस जगह की is the costliest, even higher than London and New York. And we are bearing that cost because we want our students to have access to all the top companies. So if you saw that video, it says we are right next to recruiters themselves. So we are right next in our building. We have headquarters from top Fortune 500 companies. 50 to 60% of headquarters are within 10-kilometer radius of where we are. Third thing that you should know, and that's why you saw that we say that अगर आप medical पढ़ना चाहते हैं, तो a medical student goes to a hospital to actually practice on real patients and learn by doing. So if you want to study business and technology, you should be studying near to a place where business and technology is actually happening, which is Gurgaon, and not 50 kilometers outside of city in a green lush environment where everything you will get, but not access to corporates. The third thing that you saw in that video is that we are taught, our courses are world-class, are taught by top-class academicians, but also real-world practitioners. So if I am teaching a course in marketing, I'll have somebody coming in from Facebook or Meta to teach you a course on marketing. If I'm teaching a course in finance, probably I will have somebody from KPMG and coming in and teaching that course on finance. So similarly, so Masters Union today is a by name of learn by doing. Not only in India, but globally, we are now a model that universities are fast adapting, wherein they are able to understand that education in the age that we are in of AI technology and rapid development that is happening around the world, no longer is it limited only to books and in-term examination. One of the course that I have, you should check us out on Instagram. We are the most followed page for university in Insta. So check out Instagram. You'll see we have courses which are real world courses. We have a course in semester 1 of our undergraduate program. So we have offered 2 programs, undergraduate program in tech and business management, 4 years. And our another program is marketing and psychology. We launched a school of data science and AI this year, which is offering a 4-year program in data science and AI, along in collaboration with Illinois Tech. But there's a lot happening. I just have, I think, less than 5 minutes or less than 3 minutes left. So I'm going to move on to the summer school opportunity that we have. And I'll keep speaking as we go through that summer school. So there are 2 opportunities for profile building that we are offering in the month of June. One is a summer skills week. Another is a summer startup week. The summer skills week is happening both online and offline also. So there are opportunities for students who may not be able to make it to Delhi. You can join both the programs in online mode, but we recommend that you come to our campus. It's a 5-day program. First summer skills week is happening 4th June to 8th June in Gurugram in Delhi. The second profile building activity is summer startup week, which will happen from 25th June to 29th June. Now, what happens in these summer schools? I'll just give you another 1.5 minute video. You'll see what happens in our summer week.
We will rock you. This was the main song that came to my mind whenever I thought of the startup week.
So, me and my friend, we entered the campus on the first day, Monday of the startup week, and we saw कि हमारी age group का कोई बच्चा दिख नहीं रहा था. तो हमने जब और time wait करा, there were many people, everyone from every side of the country of different varied age groups. First day हम सब ने activities करी, we got to know each other well.
Second day, we went to the National Museum of Art to identify problems faced by our country. So I think the first 2 days were icebreaker days, as I said, where we could form connections and know people.
On the third day, Prabhu entered the picture. Now Prabhu is our mentor. He is very smart, very intelligent. He guided us for all the 4 days that he was there. And then we made the teams of 5 to 7 people. And we had to finalize a problem statement and come up with a solution. We had to pitch it to Prabhu first, and after getting it approved by Prabhu and getting his mentorship and guidance, we presented it to the investors on the 7th day.
Okay, so Devish, how much time do I have?
You have a couple of minutes, yes.
So 2 minutes. So I have 2 minutes. So I'll just tell you, you saw a video. This video is from our summer startup week that we did in 2023. Uske baad we have done 20 more editions since then. And summer startup week mein kya hota hai ki if you have an inclination to build a business and you think कि मेरे में वो acumen है कि मैं सोचता हूँ कि मैं सोचती हूँ कि मैं एक business entrepreneur बन सकती हूँ, but I don't know where to start. This is the perfect program for you, the summer startup week. You can come over at Masters Union. You saw that video. उसमें वो बोलते हैं कि there is a mentor that is assigned to the students that come in board. That mentor is himself a very successful entrepreneur. तो उसने serial entrepreneurship करे रखे होंगे, businesses run कर रहा होगा. He will specially come over to advise and guide you to build your pitch for investors. And you saw the final day, they are pitching to real investors. और ऐसे मेरे कितने बच्चे हैं जो real investors को गुड़गांव में आके pitch किए through that 5 day and then went on to do wonders. We had 2 of our students also presenting at Shark Tank this year. Real, अभी वो first year के बच्चे हैं मेरे undergraduate के, और summer startup week के भी बच्चे हैं जिनको हम पूरा access देते हैं to build their own businesses in AI, in technology, and in anything related to business. एक लास्ट स्क्रीन जो मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूं आपसे, क्योंकि माय टाइम इज लिमिटेड, बट आई थिंक यू शुड सी दिस. सो देयर आर 2 समर स्कूल्स हैपनिंग. मैंने जैसे पहले बताया था, एक 4 जून से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, विच इज नेक्स्ट वीक. वी आर एट 31st मई, तो थोड़ा क्लोज बाय है. अगर आप 4 जून को नहीं ज्वाइन कर सकते, आई थिंक 24th जून टू 28th जून इज आवर सेकेंड एडिशन, विच यू कैन लुक एट. What you will master in 5 days, आपको सारी चीजें बताई जाएंगी. जैसे मैंने बताया, हाउ टू स्टार्ट योर बिजनेस, हाउ टू मार्केट दैट बिजनेस, हाउ टू बिल्ड योर ओन ऐप, हाउ टू मैनेज योर मनी एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट्स, हाउ टू यूज AI फॉर बिजनेस. और ये देखिए, ये लाइनें जरूर पढ़िएगा, आप सब स्कॉलर लोग हैं. It is being taught by people from industry. So if you want to start your own business, who will teach you? Ex-vice president of Spinny, which is a global company. To teach you marketing, there will be somebody from coming in from Noise. To teach you product AI, there will be somebody from Microsoft. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हम आपको the access to these top people is there in entire summer school. तो ऐसे ही जो हमारा दूसरा 24th से 28th जून का समर स्कूल होगा, उसमें भी इसी पे टेक्नोलॉजी और बिजनेस पे बात होगी from real world people who are building their own things. As I said, we have had multiple editions of these summer startup weeks. In the past, we have had students from all these top schools. I mean, DPS, Heritage, you name it. I mean, we have had access to all the top students and top scholars coming in. Finally, this is it, the summer programs by Masters Union, 4th June to 8th June, 25th June to 29th June. Eligibility, grade 8 onwards. So even if from grade 8 to grade 12, if you are in these grades, you can apply for these programs. My colleague Pammi is there in the chat section, or I think Q&A, wherever she will be sharing a form or a link where you can put in your details, and my team will reach out to you if you are interested in this. This is the cost, 39,999 is the cost, and I think if there is a group pricing for about 34,999. That's about it. Thank you so much for your time and attention.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ankur, for that very fantastic presentation and for sharing all the information with the students. Students, once again, all the details are in the chat. So just please feel free to click on the links and learn more and probably sort of share your interest with Masters Union. I would also love for you all to switch on your cameras. We would love to see your smiling faces this morning. And we are now ready for the next session. We have Anjali Raghbir joining us to share about the Docent Research Scholars Program. Anjali has years and years of experience again guiding and mentoring students. And now you have an opportunity of researching on the topic of your own interest with Docent Research. So Anjali, welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you with us today. Over to you.
Thanks, Devesh. Thank you for the warm introduction. And good morning to everyone. Ankur, brilliant presentation. Been hearing so much about your program as well. Sounds wonderful. A little bit about why Docent Research came into being for all my young students here. So we felt that students really needed mentorship to guide them on how to conduct research in a very effective and timely manner, which is why Docent Research was born. Earlier, I used to do it within my own practice, which I've done for the past 10 years. I've mentored hundreds of students in research. But last year, we took the program out of our counseling practice and so that it is available to many more students who are out there. And that's the reason Docent Research is now sort of, on various platforms. And thank you, Devesh, for giving us this opportunity. I'll just pull up my presentation to show you and walk you through what I mean by a research program and why it's important. So let's talk about a little bit about why research is important and why a high school student today is required to take up an activity like that. So when I look at different programs that you study, you look at IB or you look at A levels or you look at CBSE or you look at ICSE, you see that IB programs, International Baccalaureate, includes something called an extended essay in your grade 11 and 12, right? Towards grade 12, you're working towards an extended essay, which is a 4,000 word essay, which helps you to conduct in-depth research into something. Now, another thing that is there is A-level programs, which offer EPQs, which is extended project qualifications. Again, an independent base within the school curriculum sort of program. So, but unfortunately, CBSE and ICSE do not offer something like that. And when you're applying for admissions abroad, you tend to be at a back foot because you don't have any research experience. That is why over the years, research has become a cornerstone. US admissions are also looking at it very actively because they want you to be qualified. When you enter university, you should not be struggling with research. And that is a very key part of what we are trying to fill the gap and build a skill within students. And this is really why research is important. In your undergraduate years, you will be required to write a capstone project, which will become very, very easy when you have gone through the Docent Research program. So what exactly are the learning outcomes from Docent Research? So one, you will conduct the research, write a paper, which will be published in a high school journal, a peer-reviewed journal. You can potentially earn a letter of recommendation to any university that you want. It helps you strengthen your college application. And also, like I mentioned, it helps you prepare for doing projects in university as well. Whether you're in India, UK, Singapore, or even in the US, this is a learning skill that you're able to apply and learn with, right? If there are any questions on this, please put them on the chat and I shall try and answer them post the presentation. So what is our expertise? So our expertise is we've done this for 10 years. We do a one-on-one mentoring. So it is whenever you're ready and whenever you have some time, like the summers are an excellent time because you have a good amount of time where you can do, spare the time because it takes about 4 to 5 hours a week to do this work. It is based over 12 weeks. So it's a very focused one-on-one mentoring where a mentor is chosen matching the kind of subject that you want to do. So whatever subject you want, supposing you want to do biology, then we will find you a mentor in biology. We will help you brainstorm a topic. We will help you choose, what should be the research question, how that research is to be done. And then by the end of 12 weeks, you will actually have a paper which is ready for publishing. Publishing we recommend you some journals. Once you submit to that journal, it takes about 2 to 3 months for the journal to revert. And then your paper hopefully should be published. We offer various areas of research. It could be the humanities, it could be STEM subjects, it could be government related, it could be anything, it could be art, it could be literature, it could be anything that you want to. From engineering, music, psychology, we've done tons of different spectrums of wherever you want to do your research. What we are trying to do, and this is where I think is a big push, is that universities abroad want to know how you're solving the challenges which are presented to you in your environment, in your community, in your town, in your city. So we are trying to take a very active role in trying to present you the methodology to do research, which are very, very India-centric based. Right? So, for example, air pollution is a huge problem. So, what are the impacts of recent air quality improvement measures like the GRAP on pollution levels in India? So, that's something very, based out of India. Nobody else would have this kind of research. And that is what would make you interesting. Right? Our mentor network is from different spheres. So they could be from top national universities like IIT, IIMs, Christchurch College, and different colleges across India. But we also have people who are working in blue chip companies, such as Infosys. We're also working with think tank mentors because they're very, very. This is where the knowledge hub is, and we have showed recruited people from within think tanks who take the time to mentor high school students. So how exactly is the program structured? The program runs over 12 weeks. In the first 2 weeks, we will introduce you to the mentor, and the mentor will understand from you what is the topic that you want to explore. By virtue of recommending you research articles that you read, you will be asked to prepare a literature review. And then we will finally hone in on the research question within your chosen subject area. Then we will go into the methodology, how this research is to be conducted. If it is primary research, you would have to have access to the primary data, which your mentor will help you how to structure that, to garner that primary research. Or it could be secondary research where you are working on what has already been published and then you have your own take on it. Later, then the mentor will guide you how to write it, how to structure the whole writing process. And by the end of week 10, you would have a research paper that you could submit to a journal. Each journal has a very specific style of formatting, which the mentor will walk you through. So we support one journal where you could do the mentorship from. Finally, then the results would come in about, probably 2 to 3 months. And that is really the 12 weeks that are spent on finalizing a research paper. If there are any questions on the methodology, I'd be happy to take it later, the questions later. So what is the service and what is the cost? The cost of the program for a one-on-one mentorship is 1.25 lakhs plus tax. And this is, we do have certain scholarships that we do run sometimes in the year. We've just concluded one for the earlier semester, and we're opening a few more for the summer program, which would be for the next 3 months. So if you're looking to apply to this, there are certain selected scholarships for high achieving, highly recommended students that we are looking to disperse. Some of our students, they've been very well placed. One of them has gone to Columbia University, and there are many more. These are just some of the examples that I'm taking. She was a chemistry student wanting to apply for a chemistry major, and she worked in a lab, and she did her project was on figuring out the remaining useful life of lithium-ion batteries using machine learning, which was a fantastic project, which got her into Columbia University. Another one was already studying in UMass Amherst in the US, and she was keen to go to London School of Economics. She wanted to go in for organizational behavior. So we helped her put together a study which in psychology, which helped her to get into LSE. Art Mittal, he was working with CRISPR gene technology, and he was working out what is ethical, not ethical, how is it to be done. His publication was in the Stanford Journal, and then he went on to Cornell. So there are many success stories that we can share and tell you what has happened with our students, how it's helped them, and the most positive feedback that we've got is that you've simplified research. It's like a cakewalk when we go into college. Yeah, so this is how you can contact us, and I would love to take any questions.
Thank you so much, Anjali, for that fantastic presentation and for sharing with the students how they can research with you and they can benefit through your research program. Students, we have time for a couple of questions. So please, if you have questions, just very quickly put it in the chat and we'll try to answer that. And once again, we'd love to see your smiling faces this morning. So if you can switch on your cameras, it would be great. Okay. So, any questions? Okay, so maybe I'll just ask Ishani to please put the details and the links in the chat. Okay. All right. I do have I have a question about if someone is looking to pursue chemistry, do you provide what kind of opportunities do you have for them?
So in terms of lab experience you're talking about, or you're talking about just mentors?
Mentors plus lab experience.
So mentors, we have very qualified mentors, in fact, from IIT for chemistry. Lab experience we're working on. By next year, we should be able to offer you something within the lab. It is a tougher proposition to get access to labs, but we are working on that front. If you have access to a lab, the mentor can help you govern that. What you should be doing within the lab, how you should be conducting the experiment, and whatever results you have, then the mentor can help you navigate that territory.
Fantastic. Once again, thank you so much, Anjali. It was a pleasure to listen to you and learn more about the program. Students, this is a fantastic opportunity. We have posted the links in the chat. Just go ahead and register for the program. You can also contact Ishani Shukla, Ms. Ishani Shukla from the docent team, and her contact details are also in the chat. So thank you so much.
Yeah, Devesh,
Yes.
sorry, 1 second. There are a couple of questions on the scholarship programs, so I thought I'll just say that. Scholarships are offered on a rolling basis. And then you can, we will shortlist for that month, which are the deserving candidates, and get back to you on the scholarship. Yeah.
Perfect. Fantastic. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Anjali, for this presentation today.
Thank you.
So now let me invite Ms. Mehak Kapoor, Professor Mehak Kapoor. Mehak runs a fantastic program which will help you build your communication skills and confidence. So Mehak, looking forward to learning more about Project Sophos, and I'm sure many students will find this very helpful as they navigate through their high school journeys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Devesh. And it's fantastic to see so many different programs with so many different offerings out there. But a quick question to everybody here in the room. All you kids here, simple question to you. We are all investing in our hard skills. How many of us are really investing in the soft skills? Now, I know a quick question there. Uh, think about it. When colleges ask you to write your essays, when they ask you about what makes you different, yes, your hard skills are definitely important. That's what gives you the edge. But have you really invested in your own self? Have you truly given yourself the kind of training required to transform the way you speak, the way you present, and of course, your pathway for future leadership? The problem is, uh, I have seen personally over 6,000 students that I have mentored. Most of us are always looking at what we're speaking, but not how we're speaking, how our body language responds, and are we truly communicating the right confidence signals through our body language? And seeing that little gap over there, we decided to launch this program for the first time at your high school level. This program is something that is generally offered by the top IIMs. It's offered at undergrad and postgrad levels. It's rarely ever given the kind of course structure that we have built at the high school level. So let me run you through this really quick on what we're looking to do with you. So it's a 3-day intensive program running from 10th to 12th of July. Why is this program important? You see a couple of stats out there on the screen. Uh, 3 and 4 people suffer from glossophobia. Now, glossophobia is the fear of public speaking. A lot of us believe we're great public speakers, but are we really ready for that big moment? The day we get into our let's say our favorite university, the university we've been shortlisting since 2 years. We're building profile, we're giving SATs, we're going about the entire process to get there. But what happens when we get there? What happens on the first day? What happens in the first presentation, the first conversation, the first time you walk up to your professor and say hello? Are you truly ready for that? Right? Now, think of it this way. When we talk about Project Sophos, what is it that we're looking to deliver to you in these 3 power-packed days? Okay, 4 clear goals. First goal, we give you power grooming. When we say power grooming, we're not talking about teaching you how to dress. We know you already know that really well. What we're trying to teach you is how do you communicate confidence? Think about it. The last time you took your hand forward to shake your hands with somebody, how confidently did you do that? Did you communicate the right message? Right? You're going to be meeting people from across the globe at these top universities that you're going to go to. Whether you're going to the US, to the UK, or you're staying back in India, we train the top high potential students to perform and communicate the strongest body language that they can. Now, to give you a brief idea, we're also going to go about theater training. Now, a lot of you who are from Mumbai would have heard of Prithvi Theatre. We do have trainers who train at Prithvi to come and teach you confidence and body language. They're also going to teach you voice modulation and being able to, let's suppose, even when you're not so confident, communicate that confidence through your voice. Very often we say fake it till you make it. So, yes, sometimes we're in a bit of a glitch. That's where our non-verbal cues take over and allow us to lead the room. We're also going to have the ability to build your personal brand. Now, a lot of us are on Instagram, a lot of us are on Snapchat, Facebook, and all those different handles. But are we truly building a personal brand? Something that says, oh, if this is the post, it's got to be something to do like this particular person. For example, I see Swapnil with your camera on. Hi, Swapnil. Nice to see you with your camera on there. So think about it. Every single person must have their own individual brand. Now, this may seem a little early, but trust me, when you start early, you have the edge over the others at university. Also, on one of the specialized aspects of this particular course is that we have B school faculties coming and delivering, the art of acing presentations. How do you go about giving those impactful presentations? A lot of us are preparing for entrepreneurship, are preparing for top colleges. What happens on the first day when you get there and you're delivering your first presentation or your first startup pitch? Let me tell you this, I've seen more than 200 pitches, and what is pitched is 50% of it, but how is it pitched? With what confidence is it pitched? Is the rest 50%. So focus on that as well. Now, please remember, at the end of these 3 days, you will get a shareable certificate. Okay, you're going to get a toolbox that will help you go ahead with the remaining 5 to 6 years of your university, and of course, build upon your career opportunities from there. Now, without elaborating too much on what we're going to do and keep the excitement for on days, I'm going to quickly give you a brief on who our experts are. And of course, you'll find me there leading a couple of sessions on presentation skills. I've been a former faculty and program chairperson at NMIMS University. I'm also currently a visiting faculty at Mesa School of Business and Masters Union. Having said that, to join me, we'll also have Arya Salim. He's a theater instructor. He's a very well-known improvisation, storytelling, and voiceover artist. Imagine learning hands-on from him. So he's not going to come and give you a theory. Rather, he's going to teach you how to gain his skills there. And somebody you would be very interested in meeting is Neha Gupta. Neha Gupta has taken these power grooming sessions for a lot of students your age. So she essentially knows what you need when you go to the university, and she's going to take care of all of that. So for over 3 hours, you'll have a high touch, direct, immersive experience with each one of us. And that then allows you personal mentorship and allows you to go ahead and refine your skills. Having said that, a few details here. The venue is the Geo World Convention Center. We're not doing this in a typical classroom. We want you to get the boardroom feeling. We're preparing you for early leadership over here. We're going to meet every day for 3 days from 10 to 3, and the fees is 45,000. We do have scholarships available, and I will take you on the next slide to tell you how you can go about the scholarships. But before that, I want to remind everybody, we have about 100 people part of this webinar, but we're looking only at 20 students. Okay, the first 20 signups is all that we're taking, because the goal of the workshop is not to go ahead and just give you a lecture. It's to actually ensure you learn by doing. So each and every student will get personalized feedback and mentorship. Now, that's where my speaking ends. Okay, that's the fun part where my speaking ends. Now your doing starts. Okay, I want you to do yourself a quick favor. Scan this QR code that you see on the screen. Can everybody please do that? Just go ahead, scan the QR code that you see on the screen. It's a quick, under 3-minute communication and confidence assessment. Devesh, if you could help by putting the link of the form in the chat, please.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. I want you to take this quick 2-minute quiz and see where do you truly stand. We all know we're public speakers. We all know we speak well. But are we truly ready to lead, right? 2 minutes, we're monitoring how many responses do we get, okay? And all those who are amongst the first few will, of course, stand a chance to receive the scholarships that we're looking out to give. I'm looking forward to seeing your responses. The barcode is on the screen, waiting for you to scan that. All right, Devesh, we can already see responses coming in. There are quite a few of them trickling in. So with this,
Fantastic.
I'm going to allow you all to complete your survey. At the same time, I'm going to move on and conclude my presentation. Thank you so much, Devesh, for giving us the space to reaching out to your audience. Just like to conclude by saying, we're not teaching you to communicate over here. We're teaching you to lead and own every room you walk into. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you find this interesting and you will receive your unique personality styles in the next 24 hours once we've decoded it through our algorithms. Thank you, everyone.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mehak, for that very interesting presentation and for also sharing that assessment which students can participate in. Students, if you were unable to scan that, the link is also posted in the chat. Just feel free to click that link and take that personality/communication assessment now. Yeah. So thank you so much, Mehak. And now moving to the final part of today's profile building fair. Joining me is Ashna Saraf from Created. Ashna runs a fantastic program where you will learn and sort of work on your own finance app. Ashna, it's a pleasure to have you with us today, and we are looking forward to learning more on the kind of interesting opportunities that you have for students. Once again, students, let me just invite you to switch on your cameras and just be more engaged. Be here, be live, listen to us, and participate. Ashna, over to you.
Thank you so much, Devesh sir. Lovely to be here. So guys, before I start with my program, I'd just love to say that Devesh sir was once my teacher. So it's all because of him that I've had a fantastic college journey. I started my schooling at Dhirubhai Ambani, and then because of sir and all the other people and mentors and guides that I had, I ended up going to Pomona College, and then after that Harvard University. So it's a very full circle moment for me to be back here and in line with sir on the other side of the classroom. So thank you so much for this opportunity. I'll quickly share my screen and walk you through an amazing program that we have. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. So the opportunity which I'd love to present to you is called the National Case Challenge Case Quest. So it's designed by a bunch of Harvard alumni, including myself, and it's led by the Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences professors, as well as the dean. So what exactly is it? It's a 4-day national program for aspiring leaders to immerse themselves in the world of business, innovation, economics, finance, and no-code app development. We're selecting 60 students who'll have the chance to work with the esteemed faculty of Harvard and BITS to build and launch a fintech app without writing a single line of code. Winners of this program will get 1 lakh in prize money, a personalized letter of recommendation from the Dean of BITS, and of course, a certificate from the Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences as well. It's conducted from the 26th to the 29th of June from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., located in Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences, Mumbai, specifically their Powai campus, so Hiranandani Knowledge Park. It's open to students from grades 8th through the 12th, and the fee for this program is 80,000 plus GST if you're selected. The entire program is conducted in person and with at least 2 professors, 10 MBAs always helping you out with whatever it is that you're doing. Sorry. There we go. As I'd mentioned to you, once you're selected to be a part of this cohort, you'll earn a certificate of completion from BITS. The top 3 winning teams will get a personalized recommendation letter from the Dean of BITS. There's a grand cash prize of 1 lakh. You'll be building and deploying a no-code fintech app from scratch. And we're offering 100% scholarship for 2 students based on financial need. Out of these 2 students, 1 is definitely reserved for a Next Genius Scholar. So if this is a program that is of interest, would be more than happy to, review your application and reward you that scholarship. Sorry. There we go. Technically, the deadline has already passed, but for the Next Genius cohort, we're keeping this deadline a little more flexible, and we want more of you really talented folks to join us and be a part of this program. I'll walk you through exactly what happens. Once you're selected for this program, you'll get exclusive access to a proprietary e-learning platform. This was developed in partnership with BITS, and the goal is to teach you the entire process of building and launching an app without writing a single line of code. right? So we'll walk you through the cutting edge AI software that is used to create these kind of experiences. You'll actually be launching a very basic fintech wealth advising bot out of this. But that's not all. You'll also see case studies about Indian startups that you've never seen before. There'll be a lot of quizzes and assessments to assess, your understanding of problem statements, financial modeling, etc. You'll obviously learn a lot of no-code development, and this part will be fully asynchronous. So this is just going to be the teaser that is leading up to the actual 4-day event. We require all selected participants to do this e-learning course very diligently, and you will be receiving a certificate for it as well. Now, let me walk you through what happens on each day of the program. So on program day 1, we'll be giving you a case study, and you'll be working on applying some fundamental frameworks to real-world scenarios. So the emphasis will be on developing app ideas that solve the problems listed on the case study. And we'll also be forming teams at that point. So this will be a day of heavy ideation, heavy reading, analysis, a lot of discussion, and overall a lot of fun, because you'll be coming up with very different ideas for what problems you're seeing in the case study, and also analyzing whether this is something worth solving. On days 2 and 3, we'll be teaching you a couple of things. The first one will be financial modeling. So how can we actually determine that the app that you're building is going to solve an actual business need and generate revenue? And we'll also be teaching you the next steps of no-code fintech app development. So it'll build on that e-learning course that you've already done, and you'll be prototyping your ideas, learning the fundamentals of pitching, and actually launching your entire app in the span of these 2 days. Finally, on day 4, you'll have to demo your app and your pitch in front of a panel of professors, and also pitch to the CEO of that startup. Since you'll be analyzing a case about a very specific company, we've made it a point to invite the actual C-suite leadership of that company to join us and judge. So in terms of the application tips, as I'd mentioned, the deadline has already passed, but would love to keep it open to all Next Genius kids. Here are the 3 things that we would be asking. The first is 3 long-form questions. So here we'll be asking you about what is a startup that inspires you, why does it inspire you? We'll be asking about how you work in teams, and also, why you're interested in learning no-code app development. Why do you want to launch apps without coding, right? So the goal here is not to pick the fanciest company or the fanciest startup that, we see in the news, like a Zepto or a Zomato, but it's really to choose a startup that resonates with you, whether it's their mission, whether it's their business model, whether it's their ingenuity. We're looking for passionate answers that are not just taken from ChatGPT, but have some heart and soul behind why it is that you're choosing this company. The second thing we'll ask you to do is upload a recent report card. So the goal will be to share your most recent report card so that we have a sense of your academic performance. Since we'll only be giving out 200% scholarships for a program that costs 80,000, we will be looking at this very strongly. Many students have asked whether they have to share their first term results or the entire last year's results. So the answer to that is whatever puts you in front, right? If you think your last year's results are better than your current first term, we will accept that as well, because we do understand that sometimes students do mess up in the first term, and it's difficult to kind of keep that consistency. That being said, please don't upload a report card that's say 2 or 3 years old, right? The last thing that we'll be asking you to do is upload a past project that you've worked on. So the idea would be to upload a relevant project in the realm of economics or business or marketing or finance, something that you're passionate about, right? Something that resonates with you. It could be anything from, if you're in the 11th or the 12th grade, like an extended essay or an internal assessment draft, anything that you've created for school. If you're part of any business or finance clubs, it could be related to a marketing pitch that you've made, a poster that you've created, something that really shows us that you've gone beyond the classroom and tried to build something that really matters and is going to make an impact. So these are the 3 things that we'll be asking in the application, and we'll be judging you on these 3 things. There's an independent review committee that's set up. So this includes professors from BITS as well as some members of the CreateEd team who will be objectively reviewing each of these applications. In terms of application tips, the few things that I would recommend is you should be articulate. So express how the program aligns with your academic and college objectives. You only have 100 words in your long form answer, so choose them wisely. Definitely be authentic. So share your true inspirations and curiosities. We're eager to understand what drives you, why you want to be a part of this competition. Next, we want you to demonstrate, right? Show us, don't tell us. So the passion project upload is going to carry a lot of weight. We've seen a lot of students who've uploaded just like essays. We don't prefer essays, but if you've done something like pitches, posters, research papers, IAs, those kind of things would be a better fit to help us assess your eligibility for this program. And then finally, please proofread every response that comes our way. Highlight why you're a good candidate for the for the program, but always proofread your applications, avoid grammatical errors and typos. So yeah, in terms of what's next, you can definitely still fill out the application. The application link is live on our website, and I'll be sharing it in the chat as well, so you can go and visit that. You will see that, even though it's live, we're only accepting students from Next Genius. So we really want you guys to come forth and put in your application. And as I mentioned, we will be doling out these scholarships in the next 1 or 2 weeks. So if you are interested in this program, please do apply, and we would be happy to consider your application. If you would like to stay in touch with us, you could also subscribe to our CreateEd monthly newsletter. Out there, we'll give you monthly opportunity updates. You'll get a comprehensive list of upcoming competitions, and you'll also get exclusive access to resources, workshops, and events. Last thing on my end, CreateEd, the Case Quest is just one of the programs that CreateEd hosts. We actually have multiple others, which include a passion project program and a research and build program. So if any of those are of interest, I'd be happy to chat with you about it separately. In a nutshell, both of them are one-on-one tailored mentorship programs that help you build and launch product ideas, and then write and publish research about the products that you've created. So you're not just analyzing something that exists, you're actually making an original contribution to academia and writing and publishing research papers about that. So it's primary empirical research that you'd be contributing to, but that's separate. And I'm happy to chat with anyone who's interested in that program as well. So yeah, I think that's it from my end. I'd be happy to kind of entertain any questions or clarify any doubts about this program.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Asna, for sharing about the program and the competition. Students, I highly recommend you to explore this. Asna, maybe you can just share the links in the chat so students can connect with you.
That. Yeah.
Students, if you have questions, we have time for a couple of questions here before we move on to the final part of today's presentation. So just very quickly put your questions in the chat, and Asna will try them. So as you put your questions, today you heard 4 fantastic, extraordinary speakers share about some amazing opportunities for you all. First, we had Ankur Vora from Masters Union talk with you about entrepreneurship camps, followed by Anjali Raghbir talking with you about research programs, and then Mehak Kapoor from Project Sophos on how you can build your communication skills and confidence. And finally, Ashna Saraf spoke from CreateEd, spoke about this amazing program on finance and the competition of building your own app and working with professors from BITS and Harvard LM, of course. So some really amazing opportunity for you to explore and learn and sort of find out what is it that you are passionate about. The recordings for these sessions will be shared with you, and it's also live on YouTube right now. Ashna, do you have any questions in your chat? Can you just look into it?
Yes, I've responded to some of the questions in the chat. Someone asked if this program can be done online. No, it can't. It's a fully in-person program. Somebody asked about how much time do they have to submit their application? So I said within a week. So 6th or 7th June is what we'd be looking at. How would we know about the scholarship is another question. So I said, once you apply and you're selected for the program, we'll be asking for financial aid documents, including your ITR return and electricity bill, to make sure that you have a family income below 1 crore. And based on the merit of your application as well as your financial need, we will be dispersing scholarships.
Okay.
Someone has asked about where the event is taking place. It's taking place at the Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences School of Management. So their specific location is at Hiranandani Knowledge Park, Powai, on the 8th floor.
Perfect.
So somebody has asked about, could you please tell a bit about the research program of CreateEd? Yeah, so happy to share about the research program. Essentially, what we do in that is two things. First, we help you build and launch a product. And then based on that product, we help you write and publish a research paper. So it begins with ideation, where we come up with an idea related to the academic interests that you have, right? So it could be in STEM, it could be in economics, it could be in psychology. And based on that, you'll create a product with some of our mentors. And then finally, we will be pairing you up with PhDs, postdocs, or professors who can help you actually write and publish a research paper about it. Just to give you a few examples, on the STEM side, we had a student who launched a wildfire monitoring drone. And then he wrote an entire research paper after surveying multiple acres of forest land in Maharashtra about the efficacy of his wildfire monitoring drone and compared it with a few on-ground sensors and satellite imagery specific to Maharashtra. So he got published in IEEE, which is a very prestigious journal and has a very high impact factor. On the economic side, we had a student who built and launched a website that essentially runs A/B testing to see which kind of financial incentives boost enrollment in lower income settings, right? So one financial incentive was you can enroll in classes for free. The other financial incentive was you have to pay 200 rupees to enroll for 5 sessions. But if you come on time with homework done, you get 250 rupees back. So she was testing how, price sensitive lower income students are, what kind of financial incentives boost enrollment, participation, motivation, learning outcomes, etc. On the psychology side, we had a student who's built, a Lego therapy toolkit to improve creativity in classrooms. So he was actually able to build these boxes with Legos and targeted, worksheets and flows. And he was actually able to conduct a randomized control trial at a 5th standard classroom. And he's going to be writing and publishing his research paper about that. So that's what I mean by build a product and write and publish research about the product that you've created.
Perfect.
Sorry, there are a couple more questions. Should I address them or no?
If you can take it on the chat, I think that
Sure.
would be wonderful. But if you want to just maybe...
It's very quick. So how many days is the Case Quest program? It's 4 days. Someone says they're from Nepal. You would have to fly into Mumbai if you'd like to attend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Super. Thank you so much, Ashna.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's such a pleasure to have you on the
Thank you, sir.
on the webinar. Thanks for sharing about the programs. All right, everyone. So we are almost coming towards the end of the session now. Let me take a few moments to talk with you about the Next Genius Scholarship Program and what we do while you have been receiving emails from our side, and many of you have been on the Next Genius pre-college scholarship program. The Next Genius Scholarship Program runs 2 main programs. Number 1 is we run a program to help you gain access to summer school or profile building opportunities that you just heard about. The Next Genius Pre-College Scholarship Program offers scholarships to participate in the programs that you heard about and some more programs. The pre-college scholarships are available to students from grade 8th until grade 12th. And you can apply to these scholarships on our website, which is next-genius.com. The second program, which is our flagship program, which we have been running for the last 11 years, is called as the Next Genius Scholarship Program, where we help high school seniors or grade 12 students with scholarships to attend colleges and universities around the world. Over the last 11 years, we have helped almost 400 students win life-changing scholarships. These are full or almost full tuition scholarships to study abroad in places like the US, Europe, Qatar, and Indian universities as well. So most of you, I believe, are probably in grade 10th or 11th right now, but when you come into grade 12th, that is when you can apply to us for scholarships. So the application process is fairly simple. You apply on our website and go through a couple of rounds of interviews before gaining access to scholarships. When you win a scholarship, you get a chance to study in some of the fantastic universities of the world. You do your undergraduation there, and almost all of our scholars who then do these degrees, they become a part of our community, which we call as Club Orenda, or our community of next genius scholars. And this is a prestigious community of almost 300 or 400 students now, who help each other and support each other to build their careers. Yeah. So it's an extraordinary opportunity, and I invite you all to learn about our scholarships on our website. If you're in grade 12th, you can apply on our website, and the link is posted in the chat. So just visit our website, and you'll be very, you'll be able to apply for scholarships. Yeah. Happy to answer any questions about Next Genius or about any of the other programs that you heard about right now. And let me thank all the speakers for joining us today on a Saturday morning and sharing about their fantastic programs. Thank you, Ankur, Pammi, Anjali, Ishani, Mehek, and Ashna. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing about all the fantastic programs that you run and the support that you provide to the students through your efforts. Let me also thank all the students and educators who joined us today. I can see some of our friendly counselors, Hanuman sir, Abha. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you found this helpful. And to all the students, thank you as well, but more so about look at these opportunities and figure out what is it that you want to do. You heard some speakers today share about what all lies out there, and this is the time for you where you can explore. You don't have to decide what major you want to do, what your career should look like. This is a time to explore. So you heard these opportunities right now, you heard about these opportunities. Now is the time to think about which of these would make most sense for you, and then go ahead and sign up for them. And that is how you will learn, okay, this is something I enjoy, this is something I do not enjoy so much. And eventually it will help you figure out what it is that you should be studying at college. So once again, thank you everyone for joining this session. To all those who could not join, of course, we'll pass on the recording of this session, and we'll share some more information and links of all these programs with you via emails. Thank you once again, everyone. Thank you for joining.